everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and dude, I love playing dragons. It is so fun. I think I play Mono Red Dragons deck like almost every set, and this is without exception. Leyline Tyrant came in with Zendikar Rising, a 4 mana 4/4 flyer. You don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. By the way, this also works with Sarkhan Firebloods mana. I do believe it can only be used for dragons, but it still doesn't go away as long as Leyline Tyrant's out there. And then you can also pay red mana whenever it dies. If you do, you put that much damage towards whatever target you want to. So Leyline Tyrant is an awesome addition to this deck. So we are playing in Historic. We have Dragon Master Outcasts. We have, the Sarkhan Fireblood, Sarkhan Masterless, like all these old dragon combos, and my goodness, this deck gets busted sometimes. And so I was really pleased with how this one turned out. The deck is really fun to play, and I'm really excited to jump into it. So let's go ahead and just dive into the different pieces I have here. But real quick, I am changing up a little bit of my formula for videos, just so you guys know. Trying to make sure that I'm making it work best with my family, because I've noticed it was just a hard time trying to record one thing all at once. Like how I've done my videos so far is always just I record from the beginning, I go through to the end. I'll sometimes put like my favorite game up to the front or whatever. In this one, I am leaving it chronological. First game at the beginning to the end. But I'm not going to be showing my face during every video now. I'm going to test that out to see how it goes. I want to see if you guys like it or not. All right, so there's that. Just so you guys know, I'm going to try to not show my face as often. It just helps me to be able to record in between the times that my kids are actually quiet and sleeping and stuff like that, and also not feel like I have to go get showered, get ready, make myself look good, and then they're suddenly crying again. I don't have time to do work or whatever. And so anyway, I just try to make it work. All right, so this deck right now is full of 2-ofs, 3-ofs, whatever ofs, with a few 4-ofs, which are the ones that I'm trying to put as much focus into with this deck as possible. So I have 4 Leyline Tyrants. That was a real key piece that I wanted to have in this deck. I have 4 Spit Flames. I actually kind of wish I had gone to 4 Scorching Dragonfires, 3 Spit Flames instead, or maybe even something into the 2-drops or 1-drop slot for a little bit more removal. And I just kind of forgot what pieces there were. I threw this together, and then when I went to go play, I kind of forgot which pieces I had. So this is the deck I played with. Definitely you can change this up, though, if you guys want to. There's a lot of good improvements you can make. I think the main one is probably going down 2 Spit Flames and going up something in the early game for a little bit more interaction. All right, let's dive into this. So Dragon Master Outcast, 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever you have 6 more lands, you get to create a 5/5 Dragon Creature token on the beginning of your upkeep. It's a sweet card. Just a 2 of, I think, is the perfect amount, actually. You're wanting to find this in the late game, kind of, but it's a good cheap play that if you have it in open hand or like on turn 3, it's a body for you. It's nice, and it's something else that they have to deal with, and so that's pretty nice. It is a little bit awkward that it's just another threat for us to play, but we have a lot of times where we have like 1 extra mana for what we're wanting to do, or we play out a Dragon's Horde and have 1 extra mana, and so it's a good just extra thing to cast here and there for us. So it's perfect here. Flame Sweep, 2 copies, just because we have a lot of flyers. We want to be able to kill all the goblins, all the other things out there. Also 2 copies of Storm's Wrath to make sure that we can be destroying stuff. So just a ton of damage removal in this deck. Scorching Dragonfires, Flame Sweep, Storm's Wrath, and Spit Flame. Why? Because we're in red. That's what red can do, So Gadrek also working with those. If we do, unfortunately, it doesn't work with like Scorching Dragonfire as much. I think that's part of the reason I was kind of trimming it down a little bit. Spit Flame is so sweet once you get up to your mana and everything that you can just be, bring it back every time dragon hits the battlefield for 1 mana and just get a repeatable 4 damage effect to any creature at instant speed, which is very useful. It kills a lot of things. 4 damage is what you're going for, and having 1 extra mana to be able to fit so well with this deck and have it recurring actually is what won me quite a few games. And so Spit Flame is a powerful card. Definitely like it. Gadrek being able to create extra treasures with all this stuff is nice, but it didn't warrant having more than a 1-drop in the deck. So just 1 of is good enough. Sarkhan Fireblood, Dragon's Horde are the 2 cards that make us actually play, this kind of awkward curve here where we have tons of stuff in the 3-drop slot, a little bit in the early game, which is nice when you run into it, but really we're trying to hit our 3-drop slots with Dragon's Horde, Sarkhan's Fireblood to make sure that we can ramp up then to our big plays with Terror of the Peaks, Glory Bringer, Leyline Tyrant, Sarkhan Masterless, all these different plays. So that's basically our main goal. We want to get out one of these cards, which by themselves can be powerful enough to just kind of win games as they go. Sarkhan the Masterless as well, just, if it's not answered the right way, it just kind of takes over the game. We have enough other dragons that it's whenever creature you control, Whenever a creature attacks you or planeswalker you control, it deals damage to that creature. Just kind of wipes out goblins a little bit. It's really powerful against a lot of different things. Yeah, there are answers for it as well that people can have, but it's just a powerful effect. Lathless to just be able to have a little bit of a Dragon Lord. Terror of Mount Belus to give us a double strike on our creatures when we have more stuff. Terror of the Peaks because it just is busted whenever we like drop 4 dragons with Stark and Fireblood, or have a dragon come out every turn with Dragon Master Outcast for 5 damage. It's just really good. I do, again, I think that you can trim the numbers around a little bit with this deck, but the way it played was perfect. I loved it. In the mana base, I didn't want to go too far away from just having basic lands, everything here. I have 25 lands. With our 7 ramp spells in the deck, I didn't feel like we needed to have more. We just needed to make sure that we hit our third land has to hit on turn 3 consistently, and this deck is able to do that. Forgotten Cave, just for a little bit of card draw when we run into too much mana. I didn't want to have too many copies of these, so 2 of is fine. Castle Embereth, we do occasionally go wide with the deck, kind of, sort of, with like Lathless and whatnot. So it's nice to have just an extra little pump here and there. Blast Zone, just really good removal for the control decks. Maybe if we're up against elves or goblins again, it's just a good way to kind of get rid of those cheaper creatures. Bonder's Enclave for a little bit more card draw, and then Crawling Barrens, which I love in this deck so much. If ever we have extra mana, or it actually works really well with Leyline Tyrant too, where it is another mana sink. You can be attacking in with this, and if you have extra mana, you can just be pumping all that mana into putting, like, every 4 mana gives us an extra 2 points of power, and so you can do some pretty cool things. Dump a bunch of mana into end step or whatever. So Crawling Barrens, just a fun extra card here, but actually works really well. Anyway, so that's the deck here. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. If you do, please leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and let's go ahead and jump into it and wish me luck. All right, up against Ewiber, and we are playing some dragons. No dragons in hand, but I think this is still a keep. Forgotten Cave is nice to cycle away if we need to. We only have a couple in here because we usually need the lands that we hit in this deck. See, this is where we may want to make sure we can draw into creatures, especially like we can use it when we play the Dragon's Horde if we draw into other lands. So we're going to go ahead and just play out the mountain and pass the turn. We don't have any turn 1 kills. That could be something I need to bring into the deck here, especially against these really early plays. Resolve. That's cool. That's fine. Sarah Ascendant, hitting in. Depending on what stuff they're playing, it may be better to actually kill this Daxos while we can. Let's go ahead and just pass the turn, see what we want to kill. Hitting more lands is nice, so we probably will be cycling away this Forgotten Cave on turn 3. There's a Heliod. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get rid of the Daxos. They can gain some life, put counters onto the Sarah Ascendant, and then we'll just kill that as well. Oh, that's not really what we're planning on doing next turn, though, is it? It may be now. We'll see. I may be more inclined to go for killing this now. So let's go ahead and pass turn again. Get rid of a Spit Flame. The upside of Spit Flames is that they can come back to hand, which is nice. But the extra cost is really high. Maybe not having a full play set is better. Alright, let's go ahead and kill the Sarah Ascendant now. It doesn't really change what they're going to do that much. They're still just going to create a 2/2, and that's fine. Alright, Castle Embereth, Dragon's Horde. We can Dragonfire the Johnny's Strength of the Pride. We have to do it either on their upkeep or now. So I say we just do it now. Just get it out of the way. They get a 2/2. They still have Heliod. We've gotten rid of a ton of stuff. They're going to be top decking lands at some point here, right? They should be. And we can now almost play every dragon in our deck. With Sarkin coming out as well, we get some pretty sweet plays. Conclave Tribunal gets rid of the Dragon's Horde. Interesting. I mean, getting rid of ramp against a deck like ours is something. Alright, Forgotten Cave. Just play it to the battlefield tapped. So Dragon Master Outcast. You're going to start gaining life. Spitflame could be nice. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, this one doesn't count. So Spitflame could be nice to play here. I like the idea of just kind of cycling through stuff. So let's go ahead and play out the Outcast. Fireblood is nice if we have something we want to discard. I think right now we're just going to go for killing something. If we hit another land, we start putting out 5/5 dragons every turn. Seems pretty good. another Tribunal. Okay. Alright, hits there. I think that we kill the Healer's Hawk, as weird as it is. They don't have enough to put make this a lifelinker right now. So just keep the power off the board as long as possible. Keep our game a-rolling. Sarkin the Masterless. Okay. That's a pretty sweet play. Alright, we don't have the mana to bring those back this turn, but in the future that'll be nice. So they can give it lifelink, they can create tokens. The creating a token is really the only thing that makes a lot of sense here. Terror of the Peaks. Nice. Do we want to go for Sarkin? I can add 2 more mana. Let's just go Terror of the Peaks here. Playing it now. I don't think this re-enters the battlefield to cause anything to trigger, but that's fine. It's another great blocker for us. Yeah, can't bring those back right now. That's okay. Take up. I think we're going to play it a little bit safe for 1 or 2 turns. Swinging with just the Sarkin. Keep up 2 blockers. Keep our Sarkin alive the best we can. I mean, their 1/1s are basically useless against Sarkin's ability. 2 Conclave Tribunals already gone. Alright, that's fine. Protection from red. That does get through to hit Sarkin. So they can give it life, they can sack here, but really not doing much for them still. Alright, there's a mountain. Let's go Sarkin Fireblood. Let's go ahead and draw first.
With a dragon's rage. Yes.
Another Masterless. Sweet. Let's see here. How much damage do we deal by creating 4/4 here? We almost kill him. Let's just go ahead and swing 1 more time.
To the skies.
We're really close to lethal anyway right now. What do? They can kill the Sarkin the Masterless maybe and focus all there. So we just start getting in for more damage. They don't have Settle right now. They don't have anything. We're leaving ourselves a little bit defenseless. Let's hope that they forget, though, of Sarkin's ability. So down to 5. Now if we hit any dragon, like, there's so many outs we have here now. They only win by giving protection or a really good Anthem effect. Alright, everyone always forgets about Sarkin's ability after a little bit. He does... This is the ability that doesn't come in play that often. So when they attack, our dragons still do damage to him. So each one of our dragons deals damage to him. And so all the 1/1s won't survive. Allseed can save the 2/2. Gives it lifelink. It's still going to die.
I will consume you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a little bit painful. Ooh, and a Glorybringer. Alright. Sweet. Oh, dude, I love dragons when they get rolling. I do think that knowing what's in meta will help a little bit with which removal spells we should be prioritizing in the deck, but overall, I'm kind of liking where it's at. Alrighty, up against Corallan, and only 2 lands, not usually great here, but we have a ramp spell, and we are on the draw, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. It'd be nice to have a turn 2 removal spell as well. That'll work. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. Spectral Sailor. Down to 19. Blast Zone. That can actually cause some worry for them. Let's save it for now, though. Castle on Breath, pass the turn. If they're going to fire out like a bunch of Curious Obsessions onto the Spectral Sailor, we could get a pretty good hit here. We'll see if they hold up protection. Okay, down to 18. That's cool. I think we just go for the Dragon Sword. They're not putting a lot of pressure on our life total yet. Getting more mana so that we can play more things to turn is usually the best. A Brazen Borrower. right, down to 14. Forgotten Cave. Yeah, we'll just play this out tapped. And then pass the turn, try to get him with a Flame Sweep. We'll probably fire this off whenever they give us an opening. I might draw out a counter now and go for Spit Flame, Brazen Borrower right now. Let's take 4. I think 4 is fine to take. Okay, down to 10. They go to the end step. Let's go ahead and Spit Flame, try to hit Brazen Borrower. If it kills them, then that's great. We can just start throwing out other stuff. If they counter... Alright, I was hoping they'd leave up a little bit more. We could bait here a little bit. Gadrak is a really good blocker for us at the worst case. And it could end up ramping us up quite a bit here too. Glorybringer, if it resolves, we get to kill something and hit in for damage. I feel like that has a less chance of resolving though. We have enough to pay for Spell Pierce. And so I think... Let's go ahead and go to our end step. Alright, let's go ahead and Flame Sweep now. I'm not sure this is the best possible time. Alright, so they didn't have a counter spell. Sweet. Get the clock off the board. Now they're going to have to be forced to decide whether to be countering our stuff or holding up, or actually getting out damage dealers. Alright, let's go Sarkhan. Sarkhan resolves. Now I think we just add colors. I think we're still just going to play out Gadrak to try to avoid too big of a blowout. This also lets us use the Dragon Sword, so let's go ahead and add this. Brazen Borrower comes out. That's fine. And now counters. Essence Capture. Alright. Kills the Sarkhan. Alright, 2 cards left. They've used quite a few counters now. Did they play a land this turn as well? Spit Flame. I'm thinking I want to go for Glorybringer here. Just try to get the kill here. I think this is the biggest... Like, we could go Sarkhan and Spit Flame. Alright, another Essence Capture. That's really annoying. And Ops. On bottom. They still get 2 draws to dig for another answer. Down to 5. If we can stick a good threat, we're in very much better shape than now. Let's go... Man, I guess Spit Flame. I can wait till the last moment for that one, right? Alright, go Sarkhan.
What know you of dragons?
Alright, add some mana. Alright, they're scrying now. Let's go ahead and Brazen Bar, kill him. Getting the threat off the board when we can, especially when it's our life total in power. Yeah, we get that now.
Come to me.
Keeps 2 on top. Oh no, that's not good. Spectral Sailor. Alright, get some good draw. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're so close to being able to play both of these. I guess it's Glorybringer.
Are you ready?
We still get to hold up Blast Zone as well this way. Alright, go Glorybringer. Let's grab 1 Spit Flame. Yeah, because we don't really have to hold up Blast Zone right now. We could hold up Spit Flame though, so we'll decline on this one. Let's swing, and I guess we go ahead and Exert. Get them from being able to draw too many times. Yep, draws a card. That's cool. Alright, now we have a lot of value on board. This is typically where it's harder for mono blue to really pull things off. Is that they're all about making sure we don't have too much value on board. But once we have lots of value on board, it's hard. Okay, Siren Storm Tamer. I could just get that off the board now. I can draw on the next turn. Spitflame is a good one to like discard to the Sarkin as well. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of it though. All right, let's draw a card. All right, play Mountain, play Dragon's Horde. At 2 mana.
They are coming.
And now we have card advantage as well, which is sweet. All right, so play Terror of the Peaks. Goes to Scry. Let's draw one, and I guess, yeah, we decline here. Try to find something better. Okay, draw a card. Dude, I love Dragon's Horde so much. It is one of the main reasons why this is still like a sweet deck. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and draw here. Discard. We have the draw with the Dragon's Horde as well, but we need to be taking up the Sarkin anyway. Dragon's Horde. Dude, so much drawing, so much filtering. Tons of answers in hand. This just feels so nice. All right, well, we didn't... Actually, wait, we do have the win, right? We have Castle Embereth. So swing in. If they have an answer here... All right, we'll go ahead and still pump here. And that's... Oh, wait, no. Why was I thinking that was game? I don't know. Let's go Dragon Horde number 2. We don't get any removal. Do they have a chance of actually killing us with this? If it's a Brazen Borrower, let's just be let's protect a little bit more. We don't have to be greedy. Scry's 2. I think I was counting on doing some damage with Terror of the Peaks as well there for some reason. Siren Storm Tamer. Play another blocker. You're still dead on board. And we could Blast Zone here and just kill it. Alright, let's go ahead and Spitflame. Just in case. I want as few potential interactions as they can have here. So Wizard's Retort, that's cool. We still kill it with Glorybringer. We can win with Sarkin Fireblood as well, creating a bunch of dragons. Like, whatever one works. Exert. Attack in. Yeah, you're dead, son. Oops, that was not what I meant to throw out. Good game. I really like Tear the Peaks with Sarkin Fireblood. And this was feeling really good. This is the right kind of deck I feel like to play against the mono blue tempo. We had a good hand for it as well, but I mean they had a great hand as well from everything I saw. All right, up against Captain Reynolds, and let's go ahead and man, I always like keeping 2-lane hands, but I really shouldn't do it, huh? This is a 2-lane hand you could probably keep. We have ramp. I'm gonna do it. All right. Play this out, pass the turn. I didn't shove a ton of lands into this deck. We probably should have more. But with the mana rocks, with Sarkin to be a ramp spell as well for us, there's quite a few things that are good here. Pass the turn. Let's go ahead and fire this off now. They didn't play out a land, so they couldn't cast 2 spells to potentially get him out of range. So just turning off Other Chef. That is not a land. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Grim Lavamancer. I'm really not sure which one is more annoying here. These guys get pretty bad. Lavamancer does more damage at once, though. It dies to Flame Sweep a lot easier, so there's that. I messed up. Alright, I'm going to kill this just in case it's another sorcery speed thing they have. I should have done it beforehand. Alright, Wizard's Lightning. Yeah, lots of things dead. Lots of damage to face. Down to 2 cards, though. Grim Lavamancer are going to start doing annoying things, but we have Flame Sweep. Which I'm going to hold off for a little bit here and try to draw some better things. Need to hit our land drops. Discard there. Alright, Storm's Wrath as well. Leyline Tyrant is... I'm interested to see how it plays here. It's the first time we've actually seen it in our hand. It is pretty nice that we get to immediately start ramping. If we hit land here especially, yeah, that's nice. Alright, play Mountain.
I will call the dragons.
Play the Leyline Tyrant. Wait. Stop here on the end step. It was automatically going through, so yeah, let's not let that happen. I'm going to make sure I tap down. I'm doing it now, even though I know I can wait till their turn, just because I don't want to mess this up somehow. It also lets us have the interaction when, as long as mana is floating up here, you always get the chance to have responses. So down to 10, Jingatha comes out. That's fine. Play Mountain. Is this to any target? So he could Storm's Wrath and fire 1 here and then play the other Leyline Tyrant. That probably was the best play. Yeah, so I think that's one of the cool things you can do with Leyline Tyrant is we suddenly have so much mana. So all we had to do is Storm's Wrath there. And then put the damage from here, 1 mana into Jingatha, play the Leyline Tyrant, and then keep on going. Alright, up against Paranoia. I don't know how to say that. We're going to keep this, though. Flame Sweep's a little bit awkward with a turn 1 Outcast. I'm going to go ahead and play it out, though. We can run into others. This will get in for a couple points of damage, potentially. Ooh, and Flame Sweep is suddenly looking much, much better. I might go ahead and offer the trade. We'll see. Pass the turn. I probably should have played the Forgotten Cave there. I kind of missed it coming into hand. Especially because we have 2 colorless lands here, which aren't that good for us. Clan Caller. Swings in. No blocks. Let's go ahead and cycle here. Let's go Barons. And let's go ahead and attack in. Down to 19, pass the turn. I'm probably going to go for the Flame Sweep just because I want to play out the Tyrant here and not have any issues. Ooh, Coco. They hit 2 Lords, Flame Sweep dies. But we can still Spit Flame and then Flame Sweep. So, okay. Yeah, we'll let this happen. 1 Lord. Flame Sweep kills everyone. Yeah, we'll do that. Sounds good. Let's go Leyline Tyrant. Only our red mana carries over, so we have to make sure that we're tapping the right things down when we're casting out things. The cool thing about this too, like with Crawling Barrens, is that all the extra mana we can just dump straight into the Crawling Barrens on their end step. And you know, if we have like a ton of extra mana, you can activate it multiple times, and it'll just put 2 counters onto it every time. So you can just make it a really big creature out of nowhere, which is sweet. Okay, Bonder's Enclave. Oh man, do I want to be going towards face here? They get a hit back for a lot of damage. If I hit here, they hit in for 4 back. Let's pass the turn. We can also just turn on the Crawling Barrens and potentially block something. Or if they don't attack. Allosaurus Shepherd. They don't have 6 mana right now, so that's fine. What would be really nice is Sarkin, the Masterless. That would be really nice here. Alright, go Clan Caller. See if they'll attack in more aggressively now. Alright, I guess we can just tap everything out. Let's go ahead and Spit Flame one of the Clan Callers. So Castle Garenbrig does let them activate the Clan Callers, even if they didn't have 6 mana. Okay, pass to my turn. Terror of Mount Velus. Flying gives all other dragons double strike. All creatures you control. We still get to have 1 extra mana floating. I could just Split Flame twice here. Double strikes means when they go with this, they don't kill us. Let's go Spit Flame, Clan Caller. Let's go ahead and kill the Allosaurus Shepherd as well. And now what could they actually do? Let's go ahead and start getting in for damage. Pass the turn. They can hit back for the same amount, but that's fine. Down to 14. Pass to my turn. More mountains is actually pretty sweet here. Terror. Be afraid. Be very afraid. If they land an Allosaurus Shepherd, they have just enough to play it out. With Castle Garenbrig, they have just enough to play it out, activate it, and swing in for lethal. So I think that we have to actually stay back a little bit, because there is a top deck that straight up kill us. At the same time, though, do we have lethal here? We have lethal if we get to untap and attack, right? So pass the turn. All right, just hits land. Perfect. Now we attack in. Castle Embereth. Hit for lots and lots. And that's game. Sweet. Not too shabby. Dude, I'm liking this deck. Leyline Tyrant was actually sweet there. So many extra things. Like, typically the issue with Spit Flames is that they're so expensive, so you can't cast them as often. But if you get to roll over, 1 or 2 mana from the turn before to then use them for these Spit Flames, or, be able to bring them back at later times. Like, so there is a risk with Leyline Tyrant, but, ooh, man, I am liking it a lot. All right, up against Splatter. And this is kind of a weak hand. It has a lot of things that we want, but I think we got a mulligan for something with actual removal. So keep this, drop, I think 1 Leyline Tyrant. We need to hit our lands. We need to make sure that we are ramping, or having some removal. So we're going to try to lean on this 1 Tyrant and hope that it survives. It doesn't get countered or anything. Oh no, now we're up against control, and I got rid of a... The first hand probably would have been better against control. Alrighty. Play Mountain, pass the turn. Yeah, that was... First hand probably would have played just fine against this deck. Now we have a bunch of dead cards in hand. Kind of. These do hit Planeswalkers, which is nice. Let's play... Yeah, just Mountain again. We'll cycle with Forgotten Cave. There's nothing that we can play out to improve the board state right now, so we're not going to cycle now. It is really weird to see a mono red deck not do anything for 3 turns. They're probably thinking, all right, it's big red, mid-range. Let's go ahead and cycle. We're going to play out the Tyrant, I think. Dragon's Horde makes it interesting. Yeah, let's play Dragon's Horde instead then. Because now if things do hit, we start getting some card advantage. We can play it a little bit slower. They were on the play, so are they stuck on lands? and only one blue source. So if they're running Absorb, that doesn't work very well. They could have like Dovin's Veto here. Okay. Thirst for Meaning. Draw some cards. Field of Ruin. I'm fine getting more red sources out of our deck. If they want to go for this now, that's actually interesting. All right, Castle Embereth, get more red sources out in the battlefield. Lathliss is intriguing as well. We untap with so much mana if we get to play the Leyline. We came to play Leyline Tyrant, right? So we're going to play some Leyline Tyrant. Please don't get countered. All right, here's something pretty cool. We actually get this mana. Because they sacrificed it, we actually get a little bit of an increase in mana here. They get 2 blue mana available to them now. Dragon's Horde. Let's go ahead and float that now. Pass the turn. We get to untap with how much mana? Oh man, this will be sweet. We will draw a card with Dragon's Horde rather than float mana. Not firing off a board wipe just yet. Alright, draw. Blast Zone, interesting. How many cards in the graveyard? 5. Alright, pass to my turn. Another Leyline Tyrant. Let's go ahead and throw out the Blast Zone. I don't think we're ticking this up this turn. So let's go ahead and attack in first. If they have Settle the Wreckage, it's annoying, but it's fine as well. Okay, down to 16. Lady Lathliss. Go. I should have used the Blast Zone mana. That was a minor misplay. I was thinking that we had the chance to tick it up as well, which we can tick it up to 2 if we want to, so I mean it's still okay. Pass the turn. You can kill Search for Azcanta. Is that worthwhile? I really am never sure how high you should rank Search for Azcanta. It wins some games like outright just by being so much card advantage. But if you go way out of your way to get rid of it, and they have 3 more turns to find other things anyway, it can win the game for them that way too. If you're going to go, this will take 2 turns and 5 mana or more to get rid of it. All right, let's go ahead and just draw a card here. We're gonna draw a card anyway, but not gonna pump a ton into Leyline Tyrant here. Man, a lot of dead cards. Take action, pay 1, throw it at face. That's fine. Down to 15. Handful of cards, but 3 of them are completely dead cards. Terror of Mount of Velis. Intriguing. Do I have 8 mana here? This would be a really risky play. Played 2 Leyline Tyrants into Terror, and then we could potentially win. That's too risky. I will play out the Tyrant, though. Like, that could have been a win, but I think that's a little bit too risky. Has the other Shadow of the Sky. Alright. Another Mountain. How many cards do we have in hand? Let's just do 2. Draw here. Pass to my turn. Play Mountain. Play Dragon's Horde. Play Tyrant. I mean, we've had a lot of Tyrants, and we are getting a ton of card draw. There's the Absorb. Alright. That's cool. Alright, what's the actual finisher here? Okay, Mountain. Let's tap here. Yeah, I want to keep Bonder's Enclave open. Not that I'll really use it here, though. Terra Mount Velas. This is an obvious counter target, and so I'm trying to make sure that the Dragon Master resolves. Like, one of these two needs to resolve. Okay, Absorbs. Rude. Outcast. There's the Search. And this is where Search may end up winning in the game. I mean, I think our Dragon's Hordes are almost comparable to it. Ooh, Elspeth does absolutely nothing with us. I mean, it hits the Dragon's Swords, but okay. That's fine. They've already used how many Shatters? 3 Shatters. Shark Typhoon comes out. That's annoying. Okay. Blockers for days. Alright, we get card draw for days, though, and that's pretty sweet stuff. So Blast Zone I can get up to 6. If there's nothing better to do here. Well, that's something better to do. Yeah, I think that's better. Play Sarkin.
Who are you to call me mad? Your end has arrived!
Let's draw 1 card here just to see if we can hit something else. Playing a Mountain is nice. So we can put 2 counters onto Blast Zone. That's probably what we're going to be doing. Let's draw another card now. See our options. Spit Flame. Wish this was the Planeswalkers as well. That'd be really nice. Not going to attack him with Dragon Master Outcast. Pretty sure it just dies that way. Maybe not, but the 1 point of damage I think is negligible at the moment. When it's risky. Oh my gosh. Shark Typhoon number 2. Yeah, that's bad. Alright, if they go for like a counter spell here, like an Absorb would be really bad. Because they create 2 more tokens. But if we can get in for damage, it'd be pretty nice. Let's go ahead and try for it. Spit Flame. They don't have Settle the Wreckage up, so like counter spell is really their best play they can have. Alright, so countering this one. We'll still try for it. It's worthwhile. Alright, we got it. That's actually awesome. What else can you have? They could have Cast Out, and they could get rid of this Sarkin here. Storm's Wrath. That also hits our Sarkin. I have to remember that. Blast Zone up to 6. What will that take? Do I have enough for that? No, I don't. Okay. I'm worried that they're just going to somehow kill the Sarkin here. It's still worthwhile to swing in, get in for damage.
I summon you.
You know what? I think, did we already use the one? I think we only have 1 Terra Mount Velas. It's the only thing that really would help here. Maybe a Lathos would be nice. I'm trying to think if there's any reason to be drawing a card here now. I think we go ahead and attack. Okay, they do have the Seal Away. Creates 2 blockers. Oh man, let's see here. So they seal away the Sarkin. They double block the 4/4. We can spit flame here. Yeah. I should have just not gone for it. I knew it was coming. Let's go ahead and split flame now. This means that they'll just chump the 5/5 instead of going for the double block. But it gets more bodies off the battlefield, which is what matters here. Okay, down to 15. Let's go ahead and... how much do we need here? So we have 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, we can draw at least one here. That's a Lathless. Alright, pass the turn. They're probably going to play out the Elswith Conquers Death just for a big... 2 big 5/5 flyers. Oh my gosh, that's another Shark Typhoon. Alright, 6/6s are even worse. Alright, let's see here. What can we get this up to? Alright, we know that if they don't play land here, we're going to get in for damage. So I could Scorching Dragonfire Flame Sweep. It kills the Outcast. We get in for 10, 9. That's still not quite worthwhile, is it? We have to get rid of the Shark Typhoons. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so X 1, 2, 3. So I need to get 2 more counters onto it. And still do... Okay. Alright, autopay. Castle Embereth. Let's go Lady Lathless. We still have enough to put 2 counters onto Blast Zone, right? So yeah, go Lathless. I can also swing and pump and kill these 2. We know Elswith Conqueror's Death is going to come down and kill that anyway. Maybe I should have just been holding back instead. Definitely should have been doing that instead. Do I go in for damage? We can still get in for at least 5. We could kill. What else are we doing with our turns? So we need how much mana? Dang it. I was thinking we had 1 more mana so that we'd be able to pump as well as do the Blast Zone thing. No attacks past the turn. Bummer. A Blast Zone has to happen. There's no way that we win without that. We can fight against 1 Shark Typhoon with all of our flyers just fine. Yeah, that's bad too. Nothing in the graveyard to bring back. 3 more 5/5s though is pretty good stuff. They could have a counter to... Let's see here. Yeah, that was just a misplay. I should not have gone in with that. I could have used the Castle Embereth instead, which would have been better. Another Sorcerer's Kanta. A lot more things on board. We can Storm's Wrath's Flame Sweep, reset the board, and try to just dig for stuff. We have more card draw than they do. So I'm not terribly worried here. Unless they have a way to counter the activated ability here. Which they don't have Sublime Epiphany. There is one more card that does it. Okay, up to 6. Draw a card. We're either gonna have to board wipe or get rid of this. So I mean, like, worst case scenario here, we give ourselves an extra turn before we have to Storm's Wrath and whatnot. And we're drawing 3 cards a turn. We should be able to close this out after we got rid of their main win condition here. All right, before anything else, let's try for this. If they have the way to counter this, that is going to be frustrating. Silhouette, that's fine. Silhouette hits nothing. They get rid of everything on board. We won't really be able to do this after this turn, so let's just go ahead and attack all in, and then we'll board wipe. If we attack all in, it doesn't really change much, does it? I guess we could get them with the flame sweep. We don't have to go out just yet. Alright, pass the turn. Search for Skanta. Yeah, they get to go digging for cards. The biggest issue is just losing the Dragon Master Outcast. That's not going to be fun. Everything costs a bit more. They could have drawn a counterspell. They can dig for counterspells, so Flame Sweeps will make it a little bit worse. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Digs for something now. This could be a good time to actually Flame Sweep. Teferi, okay. Plays out Teferi. Okay.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Storm's Wrath also hits Planeswalkers, which is really nice.
Hurry.
It is actually one of the biggest downsides of having it in our own deck, actually. But I think it's still worth having 2 copies, just for situations like this. Okay, to get the untap. This lets us kill Teferi. Okay, block, block. Block. Oh, I shouldn't have blocked here. That was a misplay. I may even go ahead and use the Spitfire. Or Scorching Dragonfire, since that's what I can cast. Oh wait, no, okay, we're good, we're good. So we take 5. Yeah, I will probably use Scorching Dragonfire now, actually. It would have been better to use Spit Flame, but now with Castle Embereth, I can hopefully just kill the Teferi. And everything costs so much more. Alright, let's draw a card. We could hit a Glorybringer. Alright, play out the Mountain. How many Silhouettes? 2 Silhouettes so far. Alright, swing it to Fairy. We will go ahead and pump. That's fine. One Teferi down. Yes. Oh, beautiful.
I'll have a better plan next time.
And we're just going to fire out the Sarkhan. We could have played the Sarkhan the Masterless here. I'm expecting a counterspell. And honestly, this is something they have to deal with because the ultimate is busted. But otherwise, it's just extra card advantage. It's everything we've already have going for us. So it's not that big of a deal there. Oh, I forgot about ECD.
This isn't a fight.
Oops. I totally forgot about the ECD there. Oh man, I made a big mistake there. Ascanta. Seal away. That's annoying.
Let's skip to the good part.
Where are they at? 24 cards left. We actually have to make sure we don't mill out before them. That can be an issue. Grakma. Okay, let's go ahead and draw a card. Glorybringer again would be pretty nice. That's not that. Draw another card. Alright, I know we have a lot of hasty creatures in here, or like ways to do damage. We just have to find them. Alright, here's the question. Do I fire off 1 Storm's Wrath now just to bring Teferi down to a more manageable loyalty total? That gives us a lot of different plays later on, potentially. How much mana do I have? So I can still cast this and Grakma, or Gadrak. Let's go ahead and fire off 1 Storm's Wrath.
I won't let you win.
Just because I want to fire it off before I have the other Sarkhan out there. has the absorb. Of course they do. Go Gadrak. Alright, another ECD. I mean, they can get rid of our Dragon's Hordes. They can have more protection for if Teferi dies. Does Scorched Dragonfire exile the Planeswalker as well? It does exile the Planeswalker as well. I should have probably held that up. I could have used... We'll see. Gadrak does basically nothing for us, so that's fine. Omen of the Sea, okay. 24 to 20 cards. Glorybringer, there it is. Alright, let's go ahead and draw another card. Come on now. Come on, deck. Stop giving me lands. We clearly have enough lands. So it does damage to a creature when this hits. Alright, well, this is what we've got. We got a Glorybringer. Teferi just comes back. We don't have an answer for ECD. Omen of the Sea. The other thing, too, is that they're totally fine probably just tucking this under, which, I mean, we can find it on the next turn anyway, so it's somewhat of a wasted turn, other than we have to try to resolve this again, which then it just happens then anyway. We stop them from drawing a card. Like, what benefit do we have here by not attacking there? Let's go ahead and draw again. That is another land. That is 3 lands in a row. Deck, come on. Even another Scorching Dragonfire here would actually be really nice. So, what is Teferi's best play next turn? If they draw cards, they're getting closer to the end here. We can still hit it on the next turn, which then it just comes back with ECD2. I think we just attack at face. Do they have their 4th seal away now? I don't care to hold up Spit Flames, so let's just go ahead and fire this off. Get in for more damage. Down to 16 past the turn. Another Omen of the Sea. These are the first of those that we've been seeing, so that's actually interesting. They could have like a Yorion in the deck. That could be very bad. It would actually fit really well with what they've been playing too. Like, it would make sense to have 1 or 2 of them.
Hurry.
But it could also make sense to not. Another Field of Ruin. Can hit the Bonner's Enclave probably. They have a chance that we just don't have any more lands in our deck. We've already drawn so many. Dream Trawler. Yeah-oh. That's bad. And it comes back with ECD. Another Spit Flame. Storm's Wrath and Flame Sweep does kill it. It also kills Teferi, so they only get 1 of these things back. But then they have 1 of these things back. If this didn't cost so much, it'd be a lot better. We can make them discard 2 cards. We can let them, like, basically the only reason to be firing off these Spit Flames would just be to make them discard some cards, get rid of something. But 14 cards left. They can use Teferi to keep coming back over and over again. Storm's Wrath is one of our best ways to make sure that it starts dying, but that doesn't really matter too much either. Is there anything we can actually draw here? Another Glorybringer would be interesting. So then it would force them to go Hexproof here. So let's see if we can dig for that other Glorybringer. Are you flipping kidding me? Come on, deck. Oh, man. Do we have enough for the Storm's Wrath Flame Sweep now? No. All right, let's just pass the turn. Let's go ahead and let Elswith Conqueror's Death finish. If they have counter spells for the Flame Sweep Storm's Wrath, we're in trouble. I might just fire off 2 Flame Sweeps here just to make sure they don't hit in and gain some life or anything. Oh, wait. This is a bad time to do it. Okay, now we fire the other Flame Sweep off.
Keep up the pace.
Alright, we'll go ahead and just Flame Sweep now. They have to either counter this. We're getting rid of 3 cards here with it. So, Flame Sweep, if it resolves, will kill them. Search for Iskanta, digging more. I mean, they're down to 12 cards left. They don't have a way to win unless they have a Thassa's Oracle in the deck. Which seems... Oh, man, that is a deep dive there. 8 cards left. I can't see how they'll have a Thassa's Oracle. We can hope that they get greedy and fire it off too early, and we can maybe kill it off. All right, there's the Dovin's Veto. We could have waited there to get one more trigger with the Glorybringer attacking in as well. That's fine. No, actually, I think that was the best time. Make sure they're not hitting us for 8. Terror of the Peaks. $14 cards. They're down to 8. Down to 13. Dragon Master Outcast. Teferi's not that big of a deal if it's just drawing them cards. If anything, that's helping us win. Unless they have the Thassa's Oracle, which would be annoying, but... Alright, we'll still put on the clock. Let's go Terror of the Peaks. We've seen how many Shatter the Skies? 3 Shatter the Skies. We still are missing a lot of our best dragons. So, I mean, these last 13 cards just should be full of action. And here's the nice thing too, we do get to bring back Spit Flames every turn and just start going ham with them at Dream Trawler. How much mana do we have now? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can force them to discard 2 cards with that. I don't think that's what we're going for though. I think that... Actually, let's wait on stuff. So... Pass the turn. Forcing them to tap down before attacks is the best thing. They don't gain life. They don't get to do much else. They can't block. Dragon Master Outcast could be really nice here. Actually, oh, I should have played it out. I forgot I could kill the Teferi there as well. Oh, dang it. I messed up there. They still could have killed it here, though, so that's fine. It would have been nice to have an extra 5 points of damage every turn, though. That wouldn't be bad. Okay, draws a card. They know we have the 2 Spit Flames. Draws a card. I mean, I'm letting them... I should be forcing them to discard before they have more information, probably. Oh, I miscounted my mana. Oh well. Alright, they're tapped down. 6 cards left. If we kill Teferi, we should just straight up win, right? They could have, what, cleared the mind or something like that? Okay, draw a card. Crawling Barrens is actually sweet here. That's a way to kill the Teferi. Let's draw one more card. Alright, let's go Crawling Barrens. Wait, I thought it said it gave it haste until end of turn. Oops. Oops. That's fine. Just attack. Let's just kill Teferi now. Yeah, we don't really care about the life total now. I mean, making sure that we're not drawing more than them is very important.
Let me know if you're up for round 2.
Yeah, so we can't keep drawing too many cards, can we? Be nice. All right, so we will play Dragon Master Outcast because it lets us get back 2 Spit Flames every turn. I think I have enough mana with this. Okay, play Dragon Sword number 3. Pass the turn. If we have extra mana too, we can just dump it into making Crawling Barrens bigger. Plays Teferi. Okay.
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint. Let's skip to the good part.
They don't know about the 2 Spit Flames that we have in hand. So they could think that they can have a shot here of actually closing out the game. 4 cards left. If they counter this one, they can still hit in. Which doesn't do a ton unless they can draw their entire deck. Alright. There we go. That's fine. Dude, this game has been so long, but I love it all at the same time. It's pretty sweet. A Leyline Tyrant would be pretty sweet as well. That'd actually be something we can just kill him with Storm's Wrath eventually. Is 3 enough? We can just make them start discarding their whole hand. We'll decline on that one. There's a Glorybringer. Alright, so we can make them discard their entire hand here with just the Glorybringers. So play Glorybringer. Actually, how close are we to lethal? Oh, I should have dumped a ton. So decline here. I should have dumped a ton into just the Crawling Barrens. I can put in 2-3 times. All right, they still have a chance of having Settle the Wreckage, so let's just play around that a little bit. They could have a big Shark Typhoon, which then we can just hold up the Spit Flames for that as well. Dude, this game is so intense. I think we got him though. Are they timing us out now? I've got to imagine they have their 4th Shark Typhoon by now, right? And so then the question is whether or not they're cycling to make a big one at this moment. How big do they make it? They know that we have 3 Spit Flames in hand. 2 Glorybringers means we can fire 2 shots at Dreamtrawler. You either have to discard 2 cards or discard a card or let it die, which I mean they're probably fine doing. But then we still have a 5/5 blocker up every single turn after that to just kill the Dreamtrawler. So they either have to fire off their last Shadow of the Skies next turn. Then do you protect Teferi if you're Teferi? Do you have a way to actually win the game? Do you have a Thassa's Oracle? Oh my goodness. This is insane. Alright, so exert here. Exert here. Yeah, not going to go for the Crawling Barrens just yet. We're going to make it big at the end step if we want to. Alright, so both of these fire Dreamtrawler. They let it go away. Interesting. All right. Let Teferi die. We're not going to get greedy and not starting to draw too many cards. We're fine with what's on board. We can still win the game within 2 turns. So, do I play out Sarkhan, though, is the question. I think I'd rather put mana into Barrens. How many turns do I need for this? Yeah, I think that... You know what? Technically, this is another win condition for us. So let's go Sarkhan Fireblood. If they do find ways to keep putting stuff back into their deck, if they don't have Thassa's Oracle, then in 3 more turns, we can create 4 5/5s and hopefully win that way. It's just another thing they have to have answers for.
Feel the heat of my flames. They are coming.
So the cool thing too is that the red mana that you create with Sarkhan Fireblood with Leyline Tyrant will actually stay on in your mana as well. It will still only be able to be cast on dragons, but it's red mana and it will work with Leyline Tyrant. And so interesting stuff. All right, scrying 2 cards, both to the bottom. What is the last card that you can find out your 4 cards left in the deck? Scrying again. What can you do? Unfortunately, because of Glorybringer here, though, we don't get to put in too much pressure for the next turn. Another Field of Ruin. They could try to get lands out of our deck and hope that they don't have any basic lands in theirs. They just got to see through. So I mean, like, I guess there is kind of a way that they could maybe get through that way. I don't see it though. All right, so Crawling Barrens, decline, Crawling Barrens, put 2 more counters onto it, make another big creature. Eventually this can just be hitting for 16. Like, it's actually pretty close already. In fact, I think we will have lethal on the next turn. Could still have a Settle the Wreckage. All right, Splatter, come on. Let's finish this game out. Decline. This also only exiles non-land permanents. So if they have another cast out, which we haven't seen that many of, so it's a high chance, Crawling Barrens doesn't get hit by it. Let's go ahead and decline. That's fine. Leyline Tyrant is really nice. We'll wait. Let's go to combat first. Alright, so attacking in, and opponent scoops it up. There it is. Oh my goodness. Sodling it as long as they possibly could, basically. And we ranked up with dragons, which honestly, I've been having a hard time ranking up this season. Partly because I'm playing a bunch of janky things, but also because, mostly because I'm playing with a bunch of janky things. What a game, though. Oh my goodness, that was a blast to play. Oh, that was a good one to end it on. Please like and subscribe, all that stuff, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy.